Hello and welcome to the Cryptocurrency News channel. Now we're going to talk about Sam Bankman-Fried and how the BitBoy interview could actually be very, very helpful into implicating him because SBF does not seem to have any lawyers right now. So basically, insider, nobody here currently knows who Sam's lawyers are. This is from Autism Capital. Martin Flemmenbach dropped him. Then his dad supposedly hooked him up with Greg Joseph and David Mills. They dropped him too. Literally at present, we don't know who his lawyers are. We think he doesn't have any right now. So his parents might actually end up representing him because if I am correct, they actually are lawyers. And like SBF actually said this in a former interview, my lawyers chewed me the beep out. They made me promise to never say I beeped up again. I told them to go beep themselves. Yeah, that's not something you want to tell your lawyers to do. You never really want your lawyers to go, beep themselves because then you're kind of screwed. They don't know what they're talking about. They only know a little domain about litigation. They don't know about the broader world. Well, here's the problem, SBF, Sam. See, you're going to go through a lot of litigation, and they do know very, very much about litigation. So pleading the fifth would actually be in your favor. In a criminal lawsuit, pleading the fifth would actually work in your favor. In a civil lawsuit, if you keep pleading the fifth, it will actually work against you. But my guess is since there's absolute fraud in your case, there's going to be a criminal lawsuit sooner or later. And if you don't plead the fifth and keep implicating yourself, then they're basically just finding out it's going to be very, very hard to actually defend you. That's why your lawyers chewed you out and wanted him to actually say that he would stop implicating himself because it makes their job literally impossible if you actually say that you messed up and it's your fault. So basically, essentially what I think is happening is the feds are letting SBF continue his public confession tour because he currently poses no further short-term risk to customer assets. And that could actually be one reason the feds aren't actually charging him yet. They want him to go around confessing on what he does wrong, and Sam Bankman-Fried is getting pretty good at confessing what he did wrong, and people are finding out more about him. And this is where the BitBoy interview comes in. I think the BitBoy interview, it might not have any legal precedence or anything, but he could actually reveal more stupid stuff that he actually did. See, if I was SBF at this point, I would just refuse all interviews and not talk to anyone, not try to make PR on my side because there's no way I'm going to turn PR to my side. I think the only thing I could do is confess to some kind of crime, and that would actually make it worse, especially for someone like BitBoy. He's going to be digging into that. So I'm going to actually enjoy this Twitter Space interview because he could just implicate himself again. Remember, what you say can and will be used against you in court. So I don't know if SBF actually knows this or not. He might just be willing to spill the beans, and he might actually end up being the one that puts him in jail. Because obviously he's not listening to his lawyers. His lawyers are actually very, very smart people. It's like he's flipping on himself. SBF is basically flipping on himself. Even if he bribed and donated to the right people, if you actually, in an interview, say you actually bribed the right people, then, you can implicate yourself further. And I wouldn't put it past SBF to do something like that. He's going to need a really big army of lawyers, and he's basically getting dropped by all the powerful lawyers out there. And you know what? I applaud BitBoy for getting the interview now, not because I think he'll ask, not because I think it's amazing or anything, but actually because he could actually get SBF to implicate himself because obviously SBF has no idea what the hell he's doing when it comes to legal matters. And I do think that interviews like this one that he's giving BitBoy might actually put himself behind bars. We don't have to get anyone else to flip on SBF. We just have to get SBF to turn himself in and flip on himself. See, that's the secret right there for idiots like these. So that's the news for today. Let me know what you think. Like and subscribe, hit that bell notifications button, and I will see you guys later.